I'm delighted to see you once again. Here is the breaking news. Governor Uzodinma justifies military bombing of Imo markets and communities. The Supreme Court governor of Imo State actually sent the military to bomb markets and communities in Imo State. Every right-thinking person should speak out. Every right-thinking person should speak out to know why. Why would the chief security officer of a state send bombs, release bombs upon markets and communities, residential buildings? And we're not in a war situation. The last time I heard this kind of thing happening in Igbo land was during the Civil War. You hear that people went to markets and a raid, what they called a raid. They just released bombs on markets and people would be killed and they never came home. Old women, young women, pregnant women. It happened during the Civil War. And the irony of it all, as some people have said, some people from Imo State have said, they said more people have been killed by state actors in this government than during the Civil War. They said no, this number of people, this number of dead people never happened during the Nigerian Civil War, because I remember that the war didn't really get to Imo State. So many communities, so many people ran to this area of Imo State, Olu, and so on, because the war didn't really get there. But Nigeria is in a peacetime now. This is a peacetime in Nigeria. There's no war going on. Yet people are being bombed indiscriminately with collateral damage. They're just being bombed in the markets, in the communities, in their homes by the Supreme Court governor of Imo State. It's heartbreaking enough that nobody voted this man into office. It's heartbreaking enough that this man never contested for the election. His name was not even in the ballot box before the Supreme Court decided that he should be the governor of Imo State. And when you find yourself in this kind of situation, you will want to warm yourself to the people. You want to make the people accept you. But no, as if Governor Uzodinma is just acting out a script that was handed over to him when he was given the position of governor. When the Supreme Court handed this governorship position to him, it's as if a script was given to him to make sure you kill all innocent people in Imo State. And when I heard about these bombings, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that any man, any father, any right-thinking man would just release bombs in the markets and in the communities for whatever reason. I didn't believe it. I have seen the one of Buhari sent them to bomb IPOP protesters. At least you say, okay, because they were protesting. Is that why you should bomb them? Well, we saw that. We saw the video of that. But I never believed that anybody will bomb markets and residential buildings in Imo State of all places. Not where you have Boko Haram militancy going on. Not the war zone in northern Nigeria. There's no war going on in Imo State. I didn't believe it until I saw the governor on television justifying these killings of innocent people, justifying the bombings. And I want to read the story for you. It says Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State has justified the killing and bombing of Ekil in the Osu local government area of the state, allegedly carried out by Nigerian troops. The market is called Ekil market. Ekil market is not like a small evening market that a few people go to. When it's a Ekil, it means it's a morning market. A lot of people go to that market. A lot of innocent people were in this market when this man sent the Air Force and the soldiers to bomb this market and residential buildings. The troops of the Nigerian army, in collaboration with the Nigerian Air Force, bombed Ekil market and residential houses, killing several people and destroying property worth millions of naira belonging to the local populace. Why would this governor do this? Why would Hope Uzodinma do this? Does Hope Uzodinma not know that innocent blood brings curses on a land? Does he not know that innocent blood defies the land and makes that land so arid that nothing good comes out of that land? Isn't Hope Uzodinma seeing what's going on in northern Nigeria? That the sword has not departed from northern Nigeria since they slaughtered innocent Igbos in their millions. Can't Hope Uzodinma learn from this? He's justifying it. And he told a story. He told a story that justified, according to him, the killings. He told this story, and you need to hear the kind of story he's telling. He told people. He said, last Saturday, a joint security force which arrested a bandit took him after his confession to guide them to where they operate from and manufacture explosives. It turned out to be a Kototo market. So the criminal was actually arrested by security forces. He took them to the market. He showed them the shops where they have the explosives, where they manufacture explosives. Why didn't the security forces destroy these shops? Why didn't they go around the market, at least evacuate everybody and go around the market to fish out if there's anything they're hiding, if there's anything the criminal is hiding that he didn't show to them, they would have been able to fish them out in the market, comb the whole area, fish out the explosives and whatever they were searching for. And according to Hope Uzodinma, I said when they got to the Ututu market, they discovered 4 shops where fertilizers, ammonium sulfate, and electrical gadgets used in manufacturing explosives were packed. So they discovered the 4 shops. They discovered the place the things were packed. Even if they had doubts that there could be more things, why didn't they evacuate the traders and everyone in the market and then search out the whole place? Comb out the whole place to find out, to make sure that at least innocent people went scot-free. They didn't. So after seeing the place, surveying the whole place, they decided the best thing would be to bomb the whole market and bomb the whole community, killing several people. Think about the collateral damage. They didn't think of that. When I heard this story, I remembered something that broke my heart that was accredited to Gowon. You know, Gowon was the military governor, I beg your pardon, the president of Nigeria during the Nigerian Civil War. They said after the Civil War, some years after, that Gowon said, if I knew that Igbos were like this, I wouldn't have sent Nigerian soldiers to fight in the war. I would have just used 1 or 2 of them to kill them, to decimate them. And it seems like that is the script Buhari has borrowed from Gowon. He wants to use the Igbo man, the governor they imposed over Imo State, to use him to kill innocent Igbos. And of course, because he's an Igbo man saying it, it doesn't sound as bad as if you were just the soldiers saying it, or the northern soldiers that did the bombing, justifying the bombing. They had to send Uzodinma. They had to use Uzodinma, first of all, to okay the bombing, to open the door for them to go in and kill as many people as possible. And they also used Uzodinma as the spokesperson, justifying these killings of his own blood, innocent people. Innocent people. And in the statement, he admitted that, yes, there would be collateral damage, but he didn't think that was enough reason to use wisdom rather than outright bombing of communities and market residential houses. Who uses power this way? Who uses power? Only an Uzodinma will use power this way to please his paymasters, the people put him in power when nobody voted him in. Imo State is known for kidnappings, mass rape, perpetuated by Fulani herdsmen. There's an enclave in Imo State known as Ihube. All the cattle rearers and sellers in Imo State, they are based there. They have lands there. They live there. And that area has become like a no-go area. If you're passing through that area in the day or in the night, you have to be saying your last prayers, because these people just appear with their guns on the road. They stop the cars and they kidnap as many people as they like. They take them into the bush and start the negotiating of hundreds of millions of naira. They get paid. Sometimes they slaughter their victims there and bury them there. They don't bury them, they just throw them into a pit there. Somebody who escaped their dungeon said so. Said, after we paid the 100 million, they let us go, but we saw decomposing bodies of people there. The story now in Imo State is, in fact, the whole of South is, oh, my uncle was kidnapped. We paid the ransom and they didn't release him. We paid the ransom because they know that now when they release people, people come and say, we were kidnapped by Fulani headsmen. We saw their cattle by the side and they were slaughtering some people who could not bring money. We were released because we brought money. So now what they do, so that you don't go telling on them anymore. Whether you pay the money or not, they slaughter you. These are people who are used to slaughtering cows. Today, humans are like cows, as long as they are not Fulanis. We have not heard that Hope Uzodinma sent the military to bomb that forest where they are operating from, to bomb those bushes where they are hiding and kidnapping people. He hasn't done anything like that. The worst thing now, the worst menace in the Southeast now is this kidnapping, especially in Imo State. Raping women in the farms, killing people. Yet he didn't. But he's only after the IPOB people, the military arm of IPOB. They are resisting these Fulani herdsmen and saying, no, you shouldn't come and take over our lands like this. Those are the only people Uzodinma is going after, because those are the only people Buhari wants to go after. Because they are saying, you must not give away our land to these invading foreigners that Buhari has let in and asked to come to Southeast. Hope Uzodinma. No. Where are these Catholic priests that are frolicking with him? They're always inviting him to church, and he will hold that microphone and be talking and saying, I'm a changed person. I'm a changed person. Can't you minister, you priest minister to him? If he needs deliverance, can't you minister deliverance to him? Who kills his own blood like this? So many innocent women, market women were killed in that market, bombed to pieces. So many pregnant women, so many children, so many men. People just came to the market to buy something. You just rain bombs from up on high because you can? Just because you can, Uzodinma, do you know you're going to die someday? Do you know that you're answerable to God, Uzodinma? Don't you have a conscience, Hope Uzodinma? Don't you have a conscience? Is that the only way to go after criminals, bombing the communities and bombing everywhere? Look at the man that is vice presidential candidate of the APC, Shettima. Shettima was governor of Borno when the Boko Haram killers abducted those Chibok girls. The federal government wanted to go full blast to root them out of Sambisa forest and make sure that they release those girls. But the governor was not ready to cooperate with the federal government. He protected the Boko Haram killers because as far as he's concerned, they are his own blood. No matter what they are doing, no matter the criminal activities they are doing, they are his own blood. He didn't. He refused. That's why people are saying that this man is a Boko Haram sympathizer, if not a sponsor. Why should he be a vice presidential candidate with Tinubu? Why should he be Tinubu's vice? He, Shettima, did not go after Boko Haram terrorists. But Uzodinma thinks it's proper. It's proper. It's justified. Look at him justifying it in the news. He thinks it's justified for him to release bombs on markets and communities, on innocent men and women of Imo State, just because he's going after criminals, the IPOB militants that he calls criminals. Why not go after them? Why must you damage houses, kill as many people as possible just because you're going after a few people? The man took you, the criminal you say you arrested, took you to the place where they are doing the fertilizers, the shops where they packed the fertilizers. Why didn't you destroy just those shops? Why must you rain bombs from up to destroy a whole market, to destroy a whole community, to destroy residential buildings? And look at you, Uzodinma, boasting that you will replace the properties that were damaged. You will pay the people, the owners. You haven't paid salaries. You haven't paid salaries to pay for properties that you damaged. What about the lives that you wasted? The lives you killed, the people you killed, their relations. Are you going to pay them compensation? Of course you're not going to. You're not going to. Uzodinma, you think you're a teen God. You think you're God Junior? Your reward is coming. The rewarder, the God of justice that I serve, is coming with your reward, Uzodinma, and it shall not be long. You will receive your reward. And the most annoying thing, Uzodinma, is you're threatening more bombings. Yes, you're threatening that there will be more bombings, that you will continue to bomb. You're threatening the people of Imo State. So you want to bomb them into submission, a people that never voted for you. Is that how to fish out criminals in a community, by bombing and killing every innocent person? The blood of those innocent people, Uzodinma, they are crying out against you. Innocent blood that you've wasted, the mass genocide that you've embarked upon in Imo State, Uzodinma, shall find you out. Shall find you. You will never go scot-free. You will not. I hate injustice. I hate when people think they can just slaughter human beings like cows and get away with it. Why isn't Uzodinma doing something about the kidnapping, the mass rape going on? The extortion going on in Imo State? Destruction, wanting destruction of lives and properties going on in Imo State. Rather than curb it, rather than see how he can put it to a stop, he is adding to it. He is adding his own brand of killings, his own brand of genocide to it, just to please Buhari. Just to please Buhari. It's interesting it happened shortly after Buhari's visit to Imo State. Governor Uzodinma, God is watching you, and God will take care of you. Thank you. I'm Jessica John Brimer. If you watch this program at this point, can you please click the thumbs up button and click the subscribe button? Thank you.